Okay, hello everyone, hope you're doing well. Welcome back. We are live for another round of 32 matchup, and I tell you what, this round of 32, it's actually not been that bad. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie at all. I've been enjoying it. I think everyone else has been enjoying it. Yeah, I mean, some of the games, like if you guys have seen the game, the video that was just released on the channel, latest reaction video on yesterday's action. Obviously, it was Germany, Paraguay, Netherlands, Morocco, and Brazil, Japan. We watched the Brazil, Japan game yesterday, and it was so hype. If you were there, you would. If you were there, you would know. You would know. Like I don't think I've gotten into as much of like a a flow state as I did in that match. And talking about it and streaming it so far. But we got another one today, Ivory Coast versus Norway, and you can probably see on screen right now. The odds are on screen right now. These are just from Bet365. I think they're actually an amalgamation of Bet365 and a couple of other brokers. Obviously, this is not sponsored. Just put those there so we can know kind of where things stand. But yeah, this is actually probably one of the best matchups in terms of like just odds, and people don't know what's going to happen, who's going to go through. Both these teams are meeting each other for the first time in a competitive match. Both of these teams are good, are strong. I think if you were to like go to sleep right now and then wake up in about 90 minutes or 120 minutes, because penalties seem to be the order of the day for all these, then regardless of who won, I think you would be like, okay, I can see how they would do it. I can see how they would do it. So this is a good one. I'm happy for it. I'm happy for it. Hope you guys are doing well. Let me know what your scoreline predictions are in the comments. And I think today we should be doing both games, or at least the plan is to do both games for this one. And then we have Sweden and France right afterwards. Well, I mean, about 2 hours afterwards, depending on extra time and all that stuff. So yeah, if you guys are there, if you're here with me, if you're not, no worries. If you're just here right now, that's all good. That's all good. Let me know what your predictions are and all that stuff. And then we'll go over the lineups quickly. We'll go over the lineups and what it looks like for these teams. Because some interesting looking lineups, specifically for Ivory Coast. Oh yes, everyone row. Everyone row for the Netherlands. If you want, not the Netherlands, for Norway. Gosh, sorry. I'm still got the previous match and video in my mind right now. Everyone row for Norway. If you think Norway is going to win, just like send a paddle. I don't know if there's any like paddle emojis, but maybe that'll be a good thing to put there. Ling, how you guys been? I've been good, my friend. How are you doing? Let us know. Hello, Banjo. Hello, Ox. Good to see you. I love that I can just like remember like everyone that's like all the names and everyone that's here. Like it's great. It's really great. Now we just need Lex to come back. You know, we need Sports Sanity. I don't know where he is. He said he was going to Korea, but we'll see. Some Nord says, as a Swede, we are going to get kicked in the teeth by France, so Norway would be best if they go far. Listen, I mean, the games that I watched from Sweden, I saw quite a bit of the initial game against Tunisia. I don't think that can really count for anything, can it? And they were, you know, they were okay. I haven't really watched any of their other matches. Oh no, they were in the same group as the Netherlands, weren't they? And they weren't so great. They got smoked by the Netherlands. It was 5-1. Never mind. I've just remembered. Yeah, I can understand. I can understand the apprehension and the feeling that it may be somewhat unpleasant for Sweden. But listen, have some faith in your voice and all that. Dingleberry Productions, bonjour. I'm guessing you are doing your best Brad Pitt in Inglourious Bastards impression. Gorlami. Let it be the coast, says Sarita Joy. Row, says Ox3. 3-1 Norway. Banjo, Harlem Masterclass, 4-2 Norway, 2-1 Norway. I think, yeah, I mean, listen, I think that Norway are probably the favorites to go through with this, but let's see. Inshallah, there will be goals. I'm here for it. I'm seated. After yesterday's game, we'll see. Samir, what is your real voice? This is my current real voice, my friend. You know, it's actually very hard to fake an accent. I wish that I could appease you regarding what, how you think I should sound. How do you think I should sound? How about you? Let us all know. Let us all know in the comments. Some know defensive shambles, but Elanga is clutch on the attack. One could be hope. Okay, let's do the lineups quickly, and then I'll come back. So you guys you see Ivory Coast on screen, I think. And good team, strong team, except interestingly, no Amad Diallo on the right. Nicolas Pepe has replaced him. I did not watch the final game. Was it Ivory Coast versus Curaçao? I did not watch it, but I saw Pepe did bag himself a couple goals. He probably earned himself a start, so it makes sense. Diallo, good player, obviously, Manchester United fan and all that, so I know what he's capable of somewhat, but very inconsistent. So very, very inconsistent. I can understand why perhaps there is some time, the idea to leave him on the bench. But other than that, Diamande, we've got him on the left. Good left-hand side for Ivory Coast, which will be key because looking at the Norway's right-hand side, I see opportunities for the Ivory Coast. I see opportunities. We'll get to them in a bit. Doué, right back for Ivory Coast. If you guys didn't know, that is Desiree Doué's older brother, I think. I think he's old. I think he's the older brother. So the more you know. Fofana, he was great in the Germany game. Got a lot of good saves. Frankesia, Ulai as well. Look out for him. Number 26 for Ivory Coast. I thought he was smashing in the German game. Moving on to the away side, away side. Norway. Now, this is just a strong team, isn't it? Like, if you look at these lineups, and you only really watch club football, you look at them and you're like, this is... I can't get... man for man, there's probably more recognizability with Norway. So you might look at Haaland and be like, that's enough, realistically. And you might not be wrong. Honestly, you might not be wrong. Strong team. Martin Ødegaard back there. Berg, the left mid. Watch out for him. Great for God, what's his team? They had a great run. Bodo Glimt. Fantastic run they had in the Champions League. And he was great. I think he was so good in the one. I want to say it was the first leg against Sporting. And then everything just collapsed after that one. But yeah, my main concern with this Norway side, on our right-hand side, Alexander Sørloth, I don't know about him on the right. He doesn't impress. I'm not sure is he still at Atletico Madrid? But he doesn't really impress unless he is... unless he's playing Barcelona, if I remember correctly, is when he kind of just goes off. But other than that, I don't know. I don't really know about seeing him on the right-hand side. I'm not sure why you wouldn't put an Oscar Bob over there, but who's to say that they're actually going to be playing in a 4-3-3 on the pitch? Maybe it's just starting positions. Martin Ødegaard behind him, great. And then M. Pedersen, no Ryerson, who is on the bench and also coming back from injury for Norway. Who is a fantastic player. I want him to come to Manchester United if they do, if they're looking at him. But yeah, I think that Ivory Coast's left-hand side, I can see some magic happening there. Jan Diamande apparently has said yes. I was about to say has said hello. He probably has said hello to PSG. So watch out for that. And we'll see. We'll see what we can get. Guys, I have something to say, and I'll get to the comments in a little bit, but you're gonna have to forgive me. God, I'm tearing up. I went to the shops today, and they didn't have any packs. I ran out of packs during yesterday's stream, and Listen, I'm ashamed. I should have gone earlier on. The lady said that they had just sold out like an hour before I got there, and I was too busy finalizing the video for today, and I'm ashamed of myself. I know I've brought shame on my household, on my family, on my lineage, on you guys. I'll be better. I promise. But today, no packs. But maybe that's a good thing, because typically when we do these packs, you kind of already know who's going to win and who isn't going to win, just because for whatever reason there is some weird juju going on. Maybe it's this room, I don't know. But no packs today, guys. Sorry. They will be back. We'll check when the next streams are around halftime or maybe around the first hydration break. But yeah, they will be packs will be back. Don't worry about that. Banjo says we need the North Korean back too. Yeah, I agree. Samir says, Tinashe Chipako, you should sound even more friendly. Why are you saying my full government, brother? Why are you saying my full name, bro? Like, what did I do? I feel like I'm in trouble. Aya says, first time joining chat, looking forward to the game, as am I. I mean, we see the form guide over here, but let's revert it back. Let's revert back to our odds. Obviously, Norway takes the edge there. And the draw, by the way, over here is just talking about a draw after 90 minutes. So going to extra time. That's why the draw stat is still there. But yeah, Norway are favored, but not by much. Not by much. Samir, you should sound more friendly. You should sound more friendly. I feel like I'm being interrogated right now. Serrata Joy says, you look low-key British. Cheerio type beat. I've never heard that one before. Cheerio type beat. Amon says, yo, Unc, I know we are preparing for the game, but Mateus Fernandes to Tottenham, here we go. Is it here we go? So I did see that, I mean, obviously he's been embroiled in potentially going to Tottenham Hotspur, potentially going to Man City, Man United, whatever. Let me double check. Let's check right now. Mateus Fernandes. I don't think it's here we go. Maybe I'm wrong. Tottenham take drastic decision. I mean, yeah, nothing right now indicates that it is oh, game's about to start, by the way. Game has started, sorry. Game has started. Let me fix this real quick. Sorry about that. We are 20 seconds in. Okay, we're good. Where was I? Banjo, hope the packs. Yeah, sorry, man. That's a big ass bottle of water. There you go. Big bottle. Gotta stay hydrated, guys. It's very hot. By the way, they're playing this game at the moment in Arlington, Texas. I checked the weather just now. It's noon right now. It's 31 degrees at this minute, and it is rising to 37. So I do hope that they are cool. First attack immediately going down the left-hand side for Norway. Norway seeming to be the ones that are able to get all these second balls. Oh, I didn't even say what my prediction is. I think that we're going to see... I think it's going to be 1-0. It'll be 1-0 Norway. The only reason I say that... Ivory Coast may not score is that they've been horrible at finishing. Their finishing has been horrendous so far. Maybe that's why Nicolas Pepe is starting. They probably should have won against Germany, in my opinion. And Germany have now gone home. So much to talk about, don't we have? We have a lot to talk about. We'll get into Germany. We spoke about South Korea yesterday in the stream. Morocco, absolute wake-up call to everyone that's been saying that they're not an elite team. By the way, they are 6th in the FIFA ranking. Norway going down the right-hand side. Cross goes into Erling Haaland. Ooh, gets a header, but goes straight into the Ivorian defense. That's dangerous right there. leaving Erling Haaland all alone for a free header. It was well defended in the end. That is a dangerous point. Yes, I was saying Morocco. So many people have been doubting them. So many people have been doubting them, and as if they're not AFCON champions. We don't need to get into it. As if they haven't gone into the World Cup semifinals 4 years ago. All those things. Sirloth Brace incoming from Dream Lecture. It sounds like you are dreaming right now, my friend. No, I'm joking. Anything could happen. Ivory Coast got Bunny up forward. They do. Sirloth will be the best today. Lex, hello, how are you doing? Sirloth will be the best today. Let's face it, his incredible speed, agility, nimbleness will own the Ivory Coast defense. I don't know if Sirloth is that nimble, if I'm honest with you. I'm not sure if that's... I'm always happy to be proven wrong. I also watched like the first... By the way, I watched the first episode of Captain Tsubasa yesterday. I think it was you, Lex, that recommended it in the one comment, the comments, and looks good. Looks promising. Looks promising. I'm definitely the type of guy who sees media for the time that it was made, and appreciates it for that. So let's see. Let's see. It was enough to make me want to watch the second episode. Goal kick. I mean, the first attack by the Ivory Coast. Big wall of red. I really like the scaffolding of these stadiums. I really, really enjoy the tiering of these stadiums. I need to get out there at some point. Genuine travesty. Yeah, sorry. Just stop the stream, Bilbo. Yeah. Sorry, guys. No packs today. No packs today. I'm sorry, guys. Christian says, truly bummed Norway rested their team against France. If they wanted to show they could play against any team, they should have shown up. Well, let's see. I mean, it'll depend. It's like, this is how razor thin the margins are at this level. And when it comes to these sorts of games, like if Norway are able to win this game, and we have great performances all around by Erling Haaland, Martin Ødegaard, Nusa, all the big boys, then it's going to be deemed a masterclass that they rested them. I haven't looked forward to see what the upstream bracket is if they do make it through. Well, I know that the winner of this game plays Brazil, so that's already quite a big one. But I think Brazil are beatable. Japan showed it to us, especially if they're going to be starting Lucas Paqueta. Fick says, sorry, Mr. Knight says, Haaland to score 14 goals in this World Cup to smash Fontaine's record. Can you imagine? Who are going to be his victims? Fick says, bigger teams should take a look at the Netherlands and Germany and practice penalties before anything else. Yeah, you know what? Oh gosh. I mean, yeah, let's talk about it right now. Not much is happening in the game. It looks there isn't a ton of forward movement so far as of yet. Ivory Coast are taking their time, no rush whatsoever. It's probably what you need to do. I think one of the last things that they want is to play a really open game. Having said that, they break down the right, and Kessia puts on some pressure to win a throw-in. Yes, the penalties. Good God. Absolutely horrendous. Horrendous penalties, like all round. Any of the teams that had penalty shootouts yesterday, you could definitely say that Ivory Coast crossed inside, but a bit too high for Diamande, who goes ahead and corrects his hair. Brother, this is not the time to be doing that. Yeah, any of the teams in the penalty shootouts, if they had lost, you would have said deserved. Paraguay Paraguay did so well to get to penalties. Good line splitting pass. Well done to work that position by Ivory Coast. And Nicolas Pepe is now on the right, gathered after a failed cross. One-on-one, what can you do? Oh, well done. Who is this? Wolfe. Is that how you pronounce it in Norwegian? Anyone that knows. Is it Wolf or Wolfe, or how does it look? Pepe again. Ooh, Ivory Coast win a corner. Okay. Heating up. Yeah, as I was saying, Paraguay did so well to get into penalties. They rushed to a 2-0 lead, and then they throw it all away. I couldn't believe it. I was astounded. I was absolutely astounded. Germany are just such a disappointment. Like where do they go from here? Where do they go from here? There's just such little faith in their national team. They have such talented players. No one can agree with the coach for how many cycles now? Joachim Löw went from hero to absolute zero. Corner. Looks like it's falling out for a goal kick. Yeah, Joachim Löw goes from hero to absolute zero, and then Hansi Flick comes in. Everyone hates him. Julian Nagelsmann comes in. Everyone hates him. Got to step down at this point. Everyone says Jurgen Klopp. Who knows? 2-2, then penalties. Fair take, Lex. Morocco ranked 7th now. I swear they're ranked 6th. Well, we can check just now. Heat shouldn't be a worry because they're inside an air-conditioned stadium. What we like to see. Hive says, I hate when people complain about the weather. I grew up playing football at 40 degrees weather, and we didn't have any hydration breaks or postponed the games till winter. Yeah, but how many people were watching you? Did you have like this many people in the stadium? What? No, I'm joking. Yeah, fair enough. That's definitely a fair thing to say. I mean, I remember playing rugby in horrendous conditions growing up. So, makes sense. Yes, Lex, Tsubasa, not Tsusuba. Yeah, Tsubasa. I'll watch more of it and I'll report back. Pritom says, which team would Brazil want to progress today, Norway or Ivory Coast? I think both teams are quite strong, man. And like, I think I think you can see, the bottom right panel, Norway are in the attack. Ooh, just before it gets to Erling Haaland, snuffed out by the Ivorian defense. These teams are quite evenly matched. Ivory Coast, by the way, have had a really good defense. You know, quite a good defense in the World Cup so far. They've kept 2 clean sheets. They haven't scored very much though, which is the thing. The most given answer would likely be the most given answer for the team that Brazil would want more would probably be Ivory Coast. And I'm just literally just looking at the Erling Haaland and Martin Ødegaard factor. Vig says, hey man, first time joining on this one. How you doing? I'm doing quite well. I'm doing very well. I'm loving the World Cup right now, and I'm having a great time doing these live streams. I think we're getting better at it. You know, I think I'm getting a lot better at actually being able to pay attention to the game. Watch out for Ulahi, who's on the ball right now, as well as talking and getting some thoughts across. How are you doing? How are you doing? Seems like these teams are just both feeling each other out. Is that? God, that's a basketball player, but I forget what his name is. Played for Dallas Mavericks, didn't he? Dirk Nowitzki? Peter Jan says the World Cup is the discovery of African teams. The Copa 90 video on Cape Verde wants to make me go there. Copa 90 is brilliant. Yeah, we'll talk a bit about Morocco later on. I hope Senegal does quite well. I haven't checked the brackets if there is a possibility for Senegal and Morocco to meet, other than in the final, which would be wild. Great tackle on Sirloth going down the wing. I mean, he doesn't look that menacing, if I'm honest with you. Very light work was done of him on that. That was the first time he got to stretch his legs, and Diamande and Conan easily got the better of him there. Given Mbappe's ego and diva traits, do you think Bilbo saying this, given Mbappe's ego and diva traits, do you think he doesn't like Dembele because he has become everything he couldn't at PSG with the Champions League and Ballon d'Or? Could there be tension later on? I don't think it's that deep, man. I think genuinely these are people at the end of the day. Like, I think they all have ego. You have to have a level of ego to get to this level of anything. In any case, you have to genuinely believe that you are better than how many people in the world play football. So everyone has ego. I don't know these people, but I would say that there's a part of him that's really happy because they're probably friends, right? Mbappe and Dembele, or acquaintances at the very least, and they're probably very competitive. You can be happy for someone and also want it for yourself at the same time. So I wouldn't read too much into it. Like, I'm sure they can coexist completely fine together. I mean, wasn't Dembele the one that was giving Mbappe assists? I think Mbappe assisted the first two of Dembele's goals in the match against Norway, and he looks pretty happy to do so. Diamande has pulled down. Surely that's a foul. It's not. I guess Ivory Coast gets a corner. Looked like a foul to me. Interesting. Tommy says, hi, Tinashe, absolutely love your channel. How long have you been living in Austria? For about a year now. Actually, no, not even a year. For like 9 months, actually. Thank you very much for the kind words as well. Tommy Novasetti, LeBron James is on the move. The German national team should consider calling him up. Where is LeBron James likely to go? Will the NBA fans let us know? Yes, Mateus Nunez is truly a here we go. I'll double check it again, but it didn't look like I couldn't see anything that was concrete when I checked. Alpha says, it's astonishing to me a non-football nation like the US has this many massive stadiums. Why would it be astonishing to you? The US is maybe the biggest sporting country on the planet. They just don't play football. Or they do play football, but it's just not as big. Shouldn't be surprised. These aren't, a lot of these stadiums aren't football stadiums. Soccer stadiums, at least. What is going on? For whatever reason, my camera is acting up. Let me fix that quickly. Sorry about that. Okay, we'll keep an eye on that one. Lex says, posted after the German defeat, even if the knockout hurts, what a game. You inspired the whole nation with the efforts and team spirit. We're proud of you. Wasn't received well. Yeah. The fun part is how they lost the penalties. The momentum shifted so much in the favor at the end, and then Tar skyrocketed it. Yeah. That was crazy. I couldn't believe what I was watching. Alpha says, do you think Diamande is worth the money Leipzig have been asking for? Probably not, but it's the price you have to pay. It's the price of admission. Ivory Coast on the attack. Nicolas Pepe. Oh, Nicolas Pepe. I think that went out. Warriors or Cleveland with Mr. Curry. It's here we go. 85 to Spurs. Okay. Okay. I guess he's going. Songley says, and America is huge with a huge population. Exactly. Massive. Absolutely massive. Should be 0-0 till the final min. Doubt any of the teams will attack. We'll see. We'll see how the game goes. The average attendance of an NFL game is 69K. Oh, that's huge. Yeah. Absolutely huge. Yeah, I'm going to restart the camera. Don't be afraid, guys. Don't be afraid. The camera's going to go a little bit funky for a tiny bit, but it'll be fine. It'll be okay. Okay, we're back. We're back. I do need to get a new camera. This one has been holding it down for like a while. I think the camera might be breaking because I didn't get any packs. Gosh, what an absolute shambles. Thoughts on China hosting the World Cup? Do they have the infrastructure for it? Why not? Oh my gosh. Now I'm completely stuck. Oh, shot by Ivory Coast. Goes into the side nettings. There we go. Yeah, I think it is overheating. I have been doing a bunch of tests all game, well, all day, and recording the whole day, a bunch of different videos. Michigan football is 100K, plus has been sold out every game since 1975. Big game. Big game. Lex says, let's just make this a podcast and you can show some footage of puppies in the meantime. You know what? I used to be quite shameless with asking people for subs in the early days of making YouTube videos and just posting a bunch of pictures of puppies and cute animals. It worked. Maybe I should bring it back. Yeah. Yeah, I just restarted the camera. It looks like it's working again, but we'll see. Nico Adventure says, how much would 20-year-old Usain be worth football? What? How much would 20-year-old Usain be worth football? I'm not sure I know how to answer the question, you know? Well, a 20-year-old Usain Bolt, do you mean like in his current form? As in, or like in his historically 20-year-old form, as in just the sprinter, or as a footballer? Because the man's not that good of a footballer. He certainly has not shown all that much promise as a footballer, unfortunately. So probably not that much. Probably wouldn't be worth all that much. Warriors or Cleveland? Would LeBron? Sorry, I'm going back. I'm catching up on some of the previous messages. Nico says Warriors or Cleveland. I'm guessing you're talking about for LeBron James. Would he go back to Cleveland? Would Cleveland be happy to take him? I mean, obviously, you would. Oh, that's surely a foul for Ivory Coast by Diamande as he's breaking free. You know, so far it's been quite evenly matched. Yeah, so far it's been quite evenly matched. I would say that anyone can take this. We just need the game to open up. We just need something to trigger like an expansion. Yassinet says, Tinashe, I'm scared to go against Canada as a Moroccan fan. I have an odd feeling that we beat a high-level side of the Dutch just to fumble it against Canada. I don't know if I can watch the game. Listen, I think you'll be fine. I think that hydration break, by the way. I think that Morocco as a great nation, Morocco as a really strong football nation, is starting to actually penetrate people's heads. It's actually people are starting to realize how good of a nation that they actually are. And it's not a one-off. It's not a one-off, trust me. They've been playing high level like this for a very long time. So, yeah, I mean, Canada beating Morocco will, in my mind, I know this is going to sound crazy. I know this might sound crazy to some people, but in my mind, that's a bigger upset than Germany-Paraguay. That is a bigger upset because I hold Morocco, and I think probably viewers of this channel will probably hold Morocco in the same bracket as, not necessarily like just, but like the top for me obviously is France and Spain, Argentina, France, Spain, and Argentina, and then below that, Brazil, England, Portugal, Morocco. I think Morocco is in that bracket right there. I think they'll be good. Okay, let me check the Mateus Fernandez transfer quickly. Let me just catch up on. Let me catch up on some chat real quick. Frozone, no, we're back. We're back. If it overheats again, I will just I'll figure it out. Tommy Vassetti says, I'm honestly surprised there's not more live viewers in here, considering the quality of your content. I don't know. Like, I think, well, from what I gather, YouTube doesn't show, like, the feeds for videos, shorts, and live streams are completely different for YouTube. So, like, I've only started really live streaming recently, and I also probably should be better at like announcing that I'm going to live stream more. So I don't know, but I've said it before. Like, I pretty much am doing this because I'm going to be watching these games anyway, and it's a great way to like talk and get like instant feedback of thoughts and see what people are thinking about these games and all of that stuff. The game's about to restart, by the way, or it has restarted. Sorry. It's about to restart. Hydration break smells like a goal coming. Oh, you know it. Oh, you know it, brother. Emmanuel, they seriously put an ad just now? Where? Nico Adventure says, James Harden trying to take a lesser deal for Cleveland to sign someone, and Cleveland trying to trade out players right now. Yeah, we can get into some NBA in a tiny bit. This game really needs a moment. It looked like the ball just went out of play, but Martin Odegaard is rushing off with the ball. Bring it back. Take it back. Come on. Holding up the play. Speed it up. Slow start from both sides. Yeah. Who is number 14? Did I just hallucinate seeing a number 14 on the pitch for Norway? This is insane. Oh, I must have been a 16. Pedersen. Okay, I'm not going crazy. Grab your water. Do that. Cowboy cheerleaders. Cross in. Nicolas Pepe. Oh, great chance. Great chance over here. That's a missed opportunity. If he gets that on target, that might be money. Pepe is doing well. Amad Diallo is going to have to fight very hard. Diamande to Pepe. Ah, poor. I mean, it's on his weaker right. Ivory Coast are looking strong, man. Ivory Coast are looking strong, building up the pressure right now. Emmanuel saying I can buy that because I rate Morocco highly, to be honest. Yeah, I guess you're talking about my assessments of where Morocco stand. Yeah, I rate them very highly, man. I think that AFCON and the shenanigans that happened around the towels and all that other stuff, it really did them a disservice. It really, really did them a disservice. And made some people take them less seriously than they really should have, than they really should be. And now the world is waking up. Now the world is really waking up. I got into a fight. Well, not a fight, but I got into like a bit of a discussion with someone in the comments of a video about Morocco. I forget, the video had nothing to. Ooh, great nutmeg by Nusa, and then he's nudged off the ball. Great defensive work by Pepe, by the way. The Ivory Coast are doing very well to close out Norway and not giving them a path through the center. Pepe is tracking back really well too. Really, really well. Now he's galloping forward. Can he beat his man? Yes, he can. He's still going. Outside the boot. Oh, but it goes to no one, and Norway happy to kick it out for a corner. I tell you what, Ivory Coast looks strong right now. They really, really do. Protect says, yo, FI, big fan. Big fan of you. Me, big fan of you. Strigged says, YouTube probably showing crap from Mr. Beast and ISO speed. Yuck. Some Football Iconic fans probably watch Speed right now, I would hope. Lev, hello, how are you doing? Big fun, keep up the good work, brother. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. I appreciate the donation as well. And very nice of you. You keep up the good work yourself as well. Is anyone else getting a little bit sick and tired of all the cutaways in these games to celebrities that most of the world does not know? I know that these are for the like people in the States who maybe don't watch a lot of football and this is to keep them entertained, but it's like the amount of times that I've looked at a cutaway to somebody in the crowd and just been like, who is this person? Why is this person showing up on my feed? Sorry. Let's move myself a little bit more centrally. Why is this person showing up on my feed? Why am I showing up in your feed right now? That's a good question. Ox3 says they sometimes show NFL cheerleaders dancing in some of the NFL stadiums during these breaks. Do they? Rob saying, what do I like to eat in Vienna? Oh, can I tell you something, man? If they weren't absolutely horrendous, if they weren't discombobulatingly outrageous for your health, I would just eat doner kebabs every day for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. They're so good. They're so good. My guy Yusuf at the train station. You guys don't know Yusuf like I know Yusuf. Puts together a goddamn great kebab. Like it's just so good. So good. Alpha says, brother, is it Tinashe or Tinashe or even completely different? It's Bruce Wayne. I'm not sure if you... I'm not sure if you can pronounce it. It's obviously quite foreign. But yeah, Bruce Wayne. Yeah, billionaire, philanthropist, all that good stuff. That's just who I am. But you can pronounce it however you want. Ivory Coast is looking impressive. I definitely agree. What did I want to say? I have some notes over here. Netherlands. I want to talk about the Netherlands. Miranda, you're saying as an American, you don't even know the celebrities either? Makes sense. Ivory Coast again on the attack. I mean, this has been a really good period for them, but just that final thing, they can't. The final ball, they can't do it. This is number 17, Hegem. Hegem, yeah, Hegem's cleaned up decently well so far. Decently well. Keep a watch out for him. Yeah, I mean, with Ivory Coast right now, they've got danger on both sides, left and right. Cross low. Wally with the ball. Wally with the ball. I over dribbles it a tiny bit. And again, out for a corner. Lots of pressure. Lots of pressure. Lots of pressure. Lots of pressure. Bruh, cut the the cutways face palm. I don't know what you mean. It's just a North American thing. Happens in all sports. Chad, are you talking about cutting away to celebrities? Yeah, no, I know that it happens in all sports. I'm just being ridiculous. I'm well aware that I am the problem in this situation. It's just I'm just upset because I don't know these I don't know these people, and why should I? Like, you know what? Oh, phone's ringing. Sorry about that. Got it, Bruce Wayne. Yeah, exactly. DLA, you know most of them, of course. Ang Malik says, tiny token of appreciation for the great commentator, Mr. Wayne. I got you, brother. Thank you. Today, Jordan welcomed the national team with open arms, except for the goalkeeper who didn't come back with the national team. He went to Istanbul to take a break. Was he particularly bad? I'm gonna hold my hands up and say that I did not watch. I don't think I watched any games by Jordan in this World Cup. I don't think I watched any Jordan games. But as I was saying, Netherlands. Like, at what point are we going to all admit? God, somebody with a Harley Davidson is outside my window right now. I don't know if you guys heard that. At one point, are we all going to admit that the Netherlands are just such a cyclical nation, and their cycles don't even seem to be all that frequent. Like, they always have strong players, and they always just, I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. No manager can actually get the best out of them. I've never looked at a Netherlands side outside of 2010, of course, and probably 2014, and been like, this is the real business. Like, I don't think I've ever looked at the Netherlands as a serious contender to win outside of probably, I would say 2010, actually. In 2014, they did well, but like Haaland with a header straight into Fofana. Light work. But they should be so much better. Like, the Netherlands haven't been inside the category of great like teams for a really long time. Let me put it to a poll. Because when was the last time the Netherlands won anything? 1998? 1988. Are the Netherlands a top-tier nation? And I'm going to say top-tier nation. I'll say first-tier nation. Maybe that's better. And to give you an idea of what I mean by first tier, like I said, for me, this is Argentina, Spain, France right now. It only takes a couple wins and a couple important moments for England to creep in there, for Portugal to creep in there. Over the top, Bonnie is fighting really hard with Ajer. There's a lot of shirt pulling going on. Is it Ajer or Ajer? Norway's centre back. There's a lot of shirt pulling going on over here. But Berg goes forward. Nusa, this is the man you want on the ball in these situations. Erling Haaland's been so quiet. Erling Haaland's been so quiet so far. Not only is he not getting any service, but when he does, he's not in advantageous positions to take really good shots. Are the Netherlands a first-tier footballing nation? Yeah, I actually have a couple questions that I want to ask. Like this one is that one, and then of the Ivory Coast, what you guys think are the like elite players from them? Nusa on the left, biding his time, passing it right back into the middle. Martin Ødegaard shaping up. Good spell for Norway. Nusa with the shot. Oh! I'll take it. I'll take the L. 1-0 Norway. I'll take the. You know what? I was just trash talking Norway right now. What a goal! You can't give this man that much space. Nusa has just cut inside from the left, curled it with his right foot into the top right corner. Let's look at this. Ooh, that's good. Ooh, that is really good. Pepe, oh, he's not. You don't want Pepe defending a right winger like solo right there. Beautiful strike. Out of nowhere. Everything seemed to be going Ivory Coast's way. And what did we say? Nusa's doing the, talk more. I'm sorry, man. I did not know your game. I did not know your game. The Vikings are happy. God, what a goal. 1-0. The game's here. What did I say? The game just needs something to open it up right now, and we got it. We got it. Either we get a shell-shocked Ivory Coast who don't know what to do. Right, this has to be a really like romping end to the half. I think I'll be really happy about that. Either we get a shell-shocked Ivory Coast who don't know how to respond and Norway takes advantage, or something crazy happens. Ivory Coast, it'll probably be in their benefit to get into halftime without conceding. Great goal! Woo! Que golazo! The Netherlands are probably the biggest underachievers, period. Not probably. Almost definitely. 3 World Cup finals, no World Cups. I think I saw a stat as well that said that they haven't lost a game. They also lose in really dramatic fashion too. Yeah, the game's opened up a tiny bit now. Ball into the box. Erling Haaland. Oh. Was it offsides? Was it offsides? No, it wasn't offsides, but he just missed. Yeah, I know. Things are cracking up right now. This is going to be a good into the half. Very good into the half. Onside. Good block. Good block. Ooh. Watch out. Yeah, Netherlands. Poor. So poor. Crossed in. That's a free header. That is a free header. Crossed in by the corner. 2 Norway players were just waiting. Sørloth should get better contact there. If he doesn't get contact on the ball, he's got Erling Haaland right at the back there that's going to finish it. This could end really badly for the Ivory Coast if they don't get themselves together. Ivory Coast must win. Mr. Kabaz says, oof, I don't know, Chief. I don't know what's going to happen. Alpha says, Tinashe, who's your favorite player to watch that doesn't play for Man United right now? Lamine Yamal. Larsha says, sorry, Lar Sheldal says, hello from Norway, not watching the game, preferred listening to you. Oh, watch the game. Watch the game, then you know they have context. I appreciate this, by the way, that you're watching. Me watch the game and all of us and chatting to us. But why not watch the game? It's your nation. Or are you from Norway? You're saying hello from Norway, it means you're in Norway, but are you from there? DLA, I'd say England has underperformed more than the Netherlands. True, but England have won a World Cup. They haven't won a Euro, though, so I guess it's relative. Ivory Coast need to use the chaos of this game to their advantage because it's looking good in the box. Corner. Poacher roll. Portugal is the best 10-player squad in football history. Are they? By Portugal, did you mean Brazil? Toei says the globalization of the game has benefited African football. South American football, especially Brazil, has suffered the most. Europe is worse off too. Money is the real culprit. Good hand by Norway's keeper Nyland off the corner. Yeah, money is always going to change how people move and what they prioritize. You're not wrong. Yeah, I mean, obviously, globalization has benefited African countries. And I'm not just talking about like Morocco, for example, who have, I mean, none of the players in their strongest starting lineup were born in Morocco, but they all received elite training in France, in other places in Europe, in Spain, in wherever. Hakimi and Saibari, both born in Spain. Most of the team, Boadi, born in France. As a matter of fact, Boadi was waiting for a call-up for the France national team before this World Cup. He didn't get it, so then he went off with Morocco. So far, it seems like he made a good decision. But it's not just that. It's also that, I mean, Africa has insane potential. Unbelievable potential. And it's weird talking about this in 2026 as if it's some sort of novel concept. Like, we're all speaking as though Arsene Wenger didn't go and in the late 90s and prioritize building up his scouting network in Africa, in the French-speaking Africa, of course, and just the whole continent as a whole. But I think it's just going to get better. It's going to get a lot bigger. Like having 9 of the 10 African nations qualify for the knockouts in this World Cup. It's inflated, of course, all that, but it counts for something, I think, especially when Italy's not playing. The Moroccan game was legendary. Annie says, "What's the you just lost the game in the bottom right?" Ask everyone else. Alpha says, "Are you going to buy GTA 6?" Maybe. I just don't want my life to be taken over. Like, I remember when GTA 5 came out. My life was basically, it was very close to being ruined. Pepe with a free kick, gets onto, from the broadcasting angle, there was a header. It looked like it was dangerous, but doesn't. Ivory Coast fan in the stands, absolutely going through it. My man is sweating. Nico says, too much attention on Haaland. They weren't ready for that goal. That's what Haaland does. I was saying right before, Haaland has done very little in the game, and Norway are finding it hard. But I clearly wasn't watching. I mean, that space opened up because of the work that was being done there. Toei, you don't save those? No, you don't. No, you don't. No, you don't. Nitan says, considering a runner-up finish in the World Cup and Euros, for sure they are a tier 1 nation. They're talking about England. Yeah. I think like tier 1, I think you can't have more than 5 countries in me. Or let's say I saw something that said tier A and tier S. So you can't have more than 5 countries in tier S for me. Does anyone want to tell? Aniri what the lost the game comment in the bottom right corner is about? And if you only just noticed it, just remember that he's the one that brought it up. Oh, this game is set up very nicely for the second half. By the way, before the game started, I want the record to show that why we have so many soccer balls. Miranda, why have you put so many soccer balls in the chat? What's going on? Footballs. My prediction at the beginning of the game was 1-0 to Norway. Content locked off. Online only investments, no physical disc. I can go on and on and on, but I don't want to bore y'all. Bastrigade, GTA franchise has morphed into a literal tragedy of their satire. I mean, we'll talk. That's actually a good topic. That's a good topic. We'll talk about it just now, but just before we really get into it, halftime, by the way, 1-0. 1-0 to Norway. Good for them. Yeah, just before we get into it, like about GTA, the GTA franchise. Like, do you know how much money they make per year from GTA 5? $10 billion in lifetime revenue. $10 billion in lifetime revenue. That's insane. GTA Online has generated an estimated 710 million. I think that's low. No, that's way. I don't know what I'm reading right now. This doesn't make any sense. I'm not gonna look into the exact details, but it's just this. Like GTA 6 is going to be the biggest piece of media to ever exist, and you obviously want to be a part of that to some extent. If anyone can like find some reliable, sorry, dude. It's the thing I was reading says $10 billion in lifetime revenue for GTA 5 alone. If anyone has reliable stats, maybe you could let us know in the comments. I'm not gonna. I can't really. I don't know where to look right now to find that, but pretty much you are correct in what you're saying about Strigaday about the franchise just turning into something that they themselves would satirize. But I mean, listen, it makes sense. I get it. They're a for-profit company, and they're raking it. They're absolutely raking it in. Good for them. Okay. Also, Mateus Fernandez. Let's double check that. Let's double check Mateus Fernandez. Oh yeah. Oh God, you're right. Here we go. Well, I guess there he is. 85 million pounds. Mateus Fernandez joins Tottenham Hotspur from West Ham. I mean, they probably just offered him the most money. This is a bit of cope, I guess. I mean, I thought that it would be. Am I frozen? I am frozen. Let's turn this back on. There we go. I thought that it would be. I thought that he was going to go to Man United. I thought he was going to go to another team, but I guess Tottenham Hotspur they offered the big bucks. Makes sense. Makes a lot of sense. Is what it is. Miranda, you never actually told us why you put all of these footballs in the chat. Yes, we're not going to get a... Sorry, guys, we're not going to do a pack opening in today's video, today's watch along, unfortunately, because, like I said, I went to the shops a bit too late, and they have all been sold out. Sorry, all the things got sold out, but I've ordered a real big box from Amazon, so we should be good until the end of the World Cup. The big box will come on Friday. The big box will come on Friday. Let's forget about it. Chicken, thoughts? Diamande worth 150 million as he might go to PSG or Liverpool. He's clearly a fantastic baller, right? He's clearly a great football player. And you know, to get a player of, I mean, how old is he? What, he's 20 years old, right? 19. He's 19 years old. A player like that at this level, they're not very common. They're not very common whatsoever, and teams will pay. Teams will pay. Is he worth it? I personally don't think that any football player is worth, in my mind, I look at like 80 million pounds as like, that's ridiculous. Let's remember, I mean, different time, inflation and all that, but Cristiano Ronaldo went to Real Madrid for 80 million pounds. Or was it 80 million euros? I forget. And Man United were robbed. If we're looking at current rates for teams. $10 billion, damn. Has Sirlock touched the ball? Dream lecture. He has touched the ball. He hasn't been fantastic. He's been hounded as soon as he's on the ball, but I suspect that he's doing quite a lot of work off the ball that makes up for it. Erling Haaland specifically definitely had a good role in taking some men off of Nusa. So whether he's touched the ball or not may not actually mean anything. Nico Adventure says, I think LeBron is waiting on Warriors to actually trade for Anthony Davies. Seems like a race between Cavs and Warriors to make moves. Okay. Fair enough. 85 a bit too much, being a Spurs fan. Listen, I can understand completely why Spurs are paying that much money though for Mateus Fernandes and to kind of secure and make sure that they do not have what's happened to them over the last couple of years happen in perpetuity. So they definitely need him more than like a Man United and more than whoever else was in for him, which makes sense. Guys, let me show you all the stickers that I have, by the way. I don't have the sticker book yet. Look at all these. I need to put all of these in the book. I need to go buy the book, and maybe it's a blessing in disguise that I don't have any here. Maybe that's the case. Perp Tiers says, what are your thoughts on Amorim coaching Milan? Is there any hope? You mean any hope that he goes to Milan or any hope that he does well at Milan? He's definitely going to Milan. I think he'll do fine. He'll do quite well. Prepare. Miranda, you were celebrating football. Nice. Yeah, prepare for a lot of revisionism on Ruben Amorim in the new season. If he does well with Madrid, which I think he probably could. Striggin says Man United were robbed. Iconic fanboy. They were. Wait. Is this a conversation that we're about to have right now? But is this actually a conversation? Yeah. Also, yeah, like the stream if you haven't. That would be great. I appreciate that. Thank you very much, Yusuf. I appreciate that a lot. Yeah. Are we really going to have this conversation right now about Cristiano Ronaldo and whether Man United were robbed for that 80 million that was paid for him by Real Madrid, only for him to go there and then spend 9 years at Madrid, become the highest goal scorer of all time, become the best Real Madrid player of all time, basically turn a ton of people into Real Madrid fans, win them so many titles. Like, is this like? And bear in mind, I think that Declan Rice to Arsenal, it's bordering that Arsenal got a good deal on that, given the current market. I would like to reemphasize what I said earlier on about I don't think that players should be worth that much because it's a ludicrous amount of money. Of course, it is that. But bearing market conditions in mind, Declan Rice to Arsenal was a fantastic deal for Arsenal. So in that same vein, going to Cristiano Ronaldo to Real Madrid, absolute bargain. Bargain of the absolute century. Sarr will probably leave. Sarr at Crystal Palace. Let's do another poll quickly. I want to know what you guys think about. Okay, so are Netherlands a first-tier footballing nation? 53% says no. Watch of all. Wow. Thank you for the gifted memberships. What a nice. You're actually gifting a lot of memberships. What a nice thing. I appreciate that. You're doing well. You're doing such nice things. Thank you. Appreciate that. Yo. Okay. I want to do another poll about Ivory Coast players. I was thinking about this earlier on. Who is the best Ivory Coast player of all time? I think there are a couple of options over here. Probably only two, if I'm being completely honest. Your thoughts on Enzo to City? Has it been finalized? I can see it happening. For sure, I can see it happening. I saw Marc Cucurella, who's gone to Real Madrid, who, by the way, was a Barcelona academy product. Who came from La Masia, who has now gone ahead. I think I was seeing a quote of him saying that he would cut his hair before getting a Barcelona tattoo or something along those lines. Even though he came from La Masia, it's a very strange thing to say. Yeah, I'm gonna go Didier Drogba and Yaya Toure, of course. You could probably, I think for the sake of completeness, I'll put Kolo Toure in there. To me, it's Yaya Toure, but let me see what you guys say. I'll also put Manuel Abue. Why not? Why not? I mean, you see, literally right now, the latest comments from Ox3 and the 55 says Drogba. Morg says Yaya for sure. It's not as clear cut as you think. I'm really excited for this second half. I wish they would just start already, you know? I'm watching Nicolas Pepe fluff his lines after getting a cross from the left-hand side. Yeah, Diamande's good. Diamande is definitely one for the future, and for that reason, market rate, you have to pay the market rate for him. Top of the market for him. Whatever that whatever that is, which, you know, it seems is an exorbitant price, that's what it is. That's what it is. Strigid says, I mean, Toure was a legend, but Drogba was a phenom. Drogba Drogba was legendary at Chelsea. He did. I mean, he was basically that incredible player. Not didn't score as much as his contemporaries, of course, but his contribution, his off the ball movement to facilitate Frank Lampard, all of that was just fantastic. Great for Chelsea. But I mean, look, you got to look at Yaya Toure, and you got to look at the entire resume. The Barcelona, Man City, like playing centre back in the Champions League final against Manchester United in 2009 when Puyol was injured, and doing really well at that. Then moving over to City, playing every single position. Like that's my thing. Enzo Fernandez to Enzo Maresca to City is what you're saying, Bish. Yeah, Bish. Sorry, I had to. I'm sorry. It's clear that Maresca was off to Man City from September, right? Like as soon as September hit, and all of those, he did have to disclose that he was going there, and there were all the news articles that came out about it, and everything at Chelsea seemed to be disrupted from then on. I think, I mean, if I recall, they had a decent start to the year. And then everything came out about him not the medical staff not being one that he trusts, about him not getting support from any of the support staff and all of that. So yeah, he definitely did scupper Chelsea's season. How well he will do at Man City, time will tell. He definitely knows how things operate there. He was Pep Guardiola's assistant for a very long time. So, yeah, let's wait and see. Let's wait and see what happens. Banjo saying Yaya was really good, but not saying Drogba is a disgrace. Kolo Toure and Emmanuel Abue have 0%. I put them in there for the sake of completeness. I had to. Howdy from Dallas. Juan, hello. Hello, how you doing? How you doing? Good to see you. Good to have you. Tommy Novasetti, icon. You know what? I am actually quite surprised to see the split of more Drogba than Toure. I'm gonna guess that I have more Chelsea supporters in here. Because even though my preference is Toure, that doesn't take away from how good of a player Drogba was. I would assume that there would be, especially because Toure is more recent as well. So if it's an age thing, not even if it's an age thing, it'll be closer in the memory. Interesting. Very interesting. Shout out, sorry, Lex Drogba is easy because he scored a lot of goals, but the quality of Yaya Toure is unmatched for the Ivory Coast. And Drogba, let's face it, was a big-time player, but not very consistent. Drogba was consistent. He wasn't consistent. He wasn't a consistent scorer, that's for sure, but he was a consistent player. I mean, he always did really well for Chelsea. He came clutch in every final, almost every final. What was his record? Like 10 goals in 10 finals? Pritam said he'd rather cut his hair than join Madrid. You're talking about Marc Cucurella. I think, you know what? He's probably like textbook mercenary type of thing, like, Carlos Tevez. Yeah, well, I mean, who are the best mercenaries in football? And also, before you answer, understand that this is their job. It's the exact same way that a lot of us would. Oh, second half has started. Sorry, I've been yapping for so long. God, I'm so sorry. Guys, someone should have stopped me. Anyway, here we go. That is just textbook. Absolute textbook not paying attention. But anyway, second half is underway right now. As you can see, Norway winning, leading the Ivory Coast, but the game isn't as far as the game isn't very far as the scoreline suggests. You can see the stats on screen in the big overlay. Only one goal separating the two squads. Any substitutions been made? Let's double check this to keep everyone informed. No substitutions made. Right now, I'm watching Ivory Coast. Bomb down the left. Bomb down the... Diamande. Sneaky ball in. Yeah. Anything could happen, guys. Oh, gosh. I take one look away and the first message that I see is, are we talking about the best player or most influential human? Guys, what's going on over here? Speed says, Yaya as a player, Drogba made 4 more popular as a football nation? IV, right. Brain fart. Probably, but Drogba is also the generation before. So of course he would. He made them more popular, and then they were more popular by the time Toure came around. Shabbat Shalom. I'm not going to read out your name, Chief. Oh, we're talking about Drogba's influence. Anelka might be the biggest mercenary together with Ibrahimovic. That's a good shout. Those are both good shots for mercenaries. Although Anelka is probably a lot more egregious. Ooh. Due with the unnecessary first touch. There was absolutely no need to do one of those jumping back heel touches off a high ball. No need for that. I think he's seeing his brother get all the plaudits. By the way, this is Desiree Doué's brother. So we can see that it runs in the family very clearly. Dream Lecture said, bro said, I can't wait for the second half to start, and then yapped almost 3 minutes into the second half. I was just trying to bide some time, my man. Just trying to make the time go by a little bit quicker. I'm sorry. What is going on? You got some Mexican fans posing with some Viking gear. That's what we love about World Cups, man. What we absolutely love. Hulk, maybe? Rudy said, did you have a chance to attend the World Cup? This World Cup? I mean, yeah. This World Cup for sure. I was initially going to, but I thought that I would sort of just try to stay here, do some streaming, all that stuff. I still very well might go like towards the end of it, even if it's not, or go to America, even if it's not to go and like watch a game. We'll see. You know, I've got quite a few friends that I studied with that are in the States, in New York. So yeah, it would be a good time. It would be a good time. But I just want to pay attention to the football. I want to make some content. I want to hang out. That's pretty much it. Yeah, the 55. I'm not going to read out your message, but I'm also going to assume this. Just remember, you very, very, very close to being banned for inappropriate behavior if it happens. Ari Bell says, Mexicans out here throwing the biggest party the world has ever seen. Yeah, gosh. Imagine if the World Cup was just held in Mexico. Can you imagine the vibes? By the way, we are going to be doing France versus Sweden later on, or at least that is the plan. So if you want to join for that, please do. Share it, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. And as always, if you would like genuinely, if you want to suggest any ways to make these watch-alongs better or sort of more engaging, or stuff you want to see in the overlays. But before that, Martin Odegaard is given a lot of space to drive down into Ivory Coast half. Nusa lays it off, and it just goes over the head of everyone. Wow. Yes, if you guys have any suggestions that you want to see for overlays or stuff, like I know we usually do the packs, but I forgot to buy them. That won't happen again. Please let me know. Open to suggestions. Really, really am. Abraham and Alka, when are you getting the sweet World Cup Lenovo collab, Tinashe, says Nitan. When they contact me, that'll be great. Why not? I would love that. Miranda, Mexican fans all over the world. I saw some with Morocco fans during the clap. Yeah. Speed. What I'm trying to say is Drogba is more recognized globally as an Ivory Coast player, considering what he did. Yaya is a better player. That is... okay. Yeah. Oh, Ivory Coast with 2 shots. First one off the keeper. Nicolas Pepe with another one. Good pressure, but Nusa is doing well defensively. The man scores, the man defends. Good save by Norway's keeper, Nyland. Double save. Looked like it. No, just one save. Good. I mean, Nicolas Pepe can't do much better there, can he? It's a good save. Yes, Speed, you're saying that Drogba is more recognized globally. Yeah, you're not wrong. He's definitely more popular. I understand what you're saying. Sorry, I misunderstood before. You are correct. The 55 says, God, I wish I was alive for the 86 Mexico World Cup. I don't think you would have been alive afterwards, Chief. Can you imagine what they were doing there? Can you imagine what was acceptable? It would have been a rough time for everyone involved. Muy caliente. Brother, you corrected yourself 3 times? Dream Lecture says, during the overlay of games, do a massive Kahoot football trivia game. It's going down in the... It's going on down in the suggestions. Ivory Coast with a good spell. Nicolas Pepe on the edge of the box. Bonnie! Ooh, wasted chance. He just fails to get it under his control there. Saw my voice just go up a little bit. Is that Erling Haaland's dad sitting behind Gianni Infantino? That's gotta be a little bit questionable, don't you think? I feel like that's... I mean, am I the only one that thinks that's a bit odd? The parent of a player playing right now that's sitting in the same box as the president of FIFA? Maybe I'm being a bit odd. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. Okay. Football Kahoot trivia panel. Football Kahoot trivia in a panel. I'll work on this in between this game and the next one. Why not? Strigid says, proud of Ivory Coast, even if they might lose, they are holding the fort down. Hey, listen, there is still half an hour left to play, over half an hour left to play. It's still 1-0. No subs have been made. No subs have been made yet. Anything could happen. Ivory Coast looked dangerous too. But like I said, like I've been saying throughout this entire game, horrible finishing. They've had some great chances so far in this game. I'm waiting for the stats panel to show up so I can take a look. Cross goes in. Fofana easily gathers. Well done. Strigan says, yes, iconic. I corrected myself 3 times. I measure once and cut 8 times. Nice. I'm the same. I'm the same. I can never. I'm always just correcting and overcorrecting and all of that. Nitan, I wouldn't go as far as match fixing allegations, but I do think that the optics are a little bit crazy. That's not a handball. I'm guessing that that's what the replay was about. Yeah, Ivory Coast, they don't have much presence in the box. I mean, they've tried to pass it low driven every time. Now it goes to the edge. Long shot. Oh, horrible. Absolute flying ball. Oh, the locals have stolen the ball. The locals have stole the football. We're not getting it back. Oh, I'm just looking at this replay now by from the Nusa goal. Gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. The goal. Warm balls. If you know, you know. Miranda, what are you on about? You're moving a little bit crazy today. Bish, big fan of your documentary videos. And quick question: have you ever been to Nepal? I have never been to Nepal. Perhaps one day I would love to go to Nepal. Where should I go? Ball goes out of play. Tiny bit of a lull. Bonnie and Ulai have both come off for Wahi and Diallo. Both attacking players. That's interesting. Okay. So we're definitely going to be seeing a much more intensive attack by Ivory Coast right now. Amad Diallo is on. Wahi is on as well. Mixed says, hey, yo, from Iconic watching from NJ. I'm working right now, but what I'm doing doesn't require a lot of focus. Welcome. Welcome. You don't have to focus too much. What are you doing? But yeah, let us, who are you supporting as well in this game? Who you got? Brilliant game. Annie says, how do you think Norway will fare against Brazil next round? The game's not even over, mate. Let's wait until the fat lady sings. Speed. Oh, dude, you are raining donations today. You don't have to do that. Appreciate it though. By the way, Madrid absolutely stole CR7 from Man U. Even the club's market valuation changed after the 3-peat Champions League wins. More people now recognize Ronaldo as a Madrid player than Man U player, no doubt. Yeah, I think it's lunacy to think that it was anything other than, oh, good chance by Ivory Coast. Immediately while he gets in on the action, but he's just unable to get on the ball after a low driven from the right-hand side. Let's see what Diallo and Wahi can bring to the occasion, can bring to the foray. Wahi up front. Diallo looks like he's playing more centrally. Well, not far wide at least. Cranking up the pressure a tiny bit. Yeah, it's absolute lunacy to think that it was anything other than a robbery for. Oh, it wasn't robbery. It's just absolutely undervalued. Nepal is beautiful. I have no doubts about it. I have absolutely no doubts about it. Strigid says, Brazil versus Norway, absolute generational match. That'll be a fantastic game. But you know, every single game in the knockouts so far has gone quite late. There is still 27 minutes in this one for that to happen. And Ivory Coast have just put on 2 very attacking subs and are also definitely on the up at the moment. Ooh, good cross in by Diallo. Ball is bouncing around a bit of a scuffle. Norway survives. And Fofana kicks it right back into the action. But yeah, Haaland hasn't had much to do in this second half. He's defended quite well, though, I must say. If anything, the man is fantastic as a presser when he's not scoring. And it's him that gets the ball defending out on the far post. God. I think we're set for a really great last 25 minutes or so. Unless the momentum break just shifts everything like it typically does. Dream Lecture says, are fans allowed to keep the ball? I don't think so. Sabul says, updates on the newest documentary. It should, Ivory Coast in. But Nyland comes through, picks the ball up after a cross. These Norwegian fans are just just dancing in the stands. You'd think that they're already through. And Sørloth is through. Yeah, I'm not sure how you can pass the ball through for this guy to make runs in behind, if I'm completely honest. Yeah, the latest video it should be just about finished editing. So just need to put on some minor final minute stuff, and should be here. It should, genuinely, this should have come out 2 weeks ago, but just because of World Cup and everything, thank you for bearing with me, and the editor, but we're getting there. Ødegaard. Looked like everyone stopped there for a second. A bit of some hugging going on. Oh, this actually is a decent segue for us to talk about the corners and Germany's disallowed goal last night. So the referee has just called for a retake of a corner because there was some hugging going on in the box with a defending player. Oh, the Netherlands were in, but it's a goal line clearance. Who was that? Was that Diallo? Brilliant clearance, and now he's running off. But everyone's back for the Netherlands. That doesn't look like for Norway. I keep saying Netherlands for Norway. Nothing's happening. Yeah, the referee has just called for a retake of a corner now for some holding going on in the box. I understand it. I'm pretty sure there's going to be a lot of contention regarding how the refs have been handling all these corner maneuvers. What is going on? Why has been such a stop and play? Yeah. So what I wanted to say in particular was regarding this specific, you guys have probably all seen what happened in the Germany-Paraguay game for the disallowed goal. You guys can let me know whether you think it was a foul. I'll do a poll right now. But in my opinion, I'm all for contact. I'm absolutely all for. This is a contact sport. My 2 favorite sports. Netherlands are on the attack right now, but we'll monitor it. My 2 favorite sports are rugby and football. You need to have contact. You need to have full-blooded challenges going in, but it's about intention. It's genuinely just about intention and whether you're actually trying to go for the ball or not, which a lot of these players just don't tend to do. And I know that Arsenal don't do this. I know that Arsenal don't do this every time, But they definitely do it quite a lot. So I wonder how the next season is going to go with that. So let me do a new poll on what you guys think. Hydration break right now, so hydrate. Netherway. You're right, anti-hero. I keep saying it wrong. Not like baseball. Trip to Nepal would end like Far Cry 4. Never played Far Cry 4, but I know what the Far Cry franchise is. I played Far Cry 3. If it's anything like that, I'm sure it won't be like that, though. Did you see the messy Spider-Man ad? Haven't seen it. I'll take a look at it just now. Ivory Coast pressure is mad, but they haven't been able to do anything with it. And also, Norway just had a great opportunity right now. They could easily nick a second goal. We're getting to that moment where it becomes like just about either going for a second goal, either going for an equalizer or risking getting a second goal scored on you for Ivory Coast. So we really need them to step up right now. Norway never lost to Brazil. Have they ever played Brazil? Paul Mayer says, yo, you sure the game time on screen is the same as the actual game time? Just asking because you're always synced perfectly in the first half, but you're typically out in the second half. Let me double check. I'm actually not. You're correct. Let's change that. Yeah, I've got this API set to... I've got this API set to, what do you call it? Matching like the actual game time from the API calls, and sometimes it like, I don't know, bugs out a little bit. So fair enough. Thank you for the call on that one. Let me change this one more time. There we go. Appreciate that. Alpha says, would you rather have striker like Haaland or someone like Mbappe in your team? It's a hard question to ask because both of them need a support staff around them to actually do what they do best, right? Haaland needs people to actually find him and to create space to play great balls in. Mbappe needs people who aren't going to crowd the spaces that he's going to occupy, and also to do the pressing for him. I would probably rather have Haaland, if I'm honest with you. Oh, good chance by Ivory Coast, but well crowded by Norway. Oscar Bob is on. I must say, Norway have done very well defending in the second half. Even though Ivory Coast have been putting in a lot of pressure, I don't think I've ever really been too worried. I mean, not that I'm supporting Norway, I'm not supporting anyone, but I wouldn't be worried if I were on the other side. Netherway. Miranda, can't have contact if you are not trying to get the ball. I mean, yeah. Correct. Sorry, I was processing everything. Congrats to Springboks for winning the Rugby World Cup. I mean, that's a given, isn't it? You're talking about the one next year? We'll do a live stream for that. Why not? For the final, where Springboks will be in. Niton says, oh, these goddamn Norwegians are rowing. Goddamn rowing, man. Okay, Vikings. Your time is over. Okay, you can't be pillaging. Even though they're just doing it unapologetically. It was ridiculous. Are Arsenal Premier League champions? It's possible. Jake says, didn't both Ivory Coast and Norway finish second? And then how are they facing each other? Don't know. Ivory Coast in. Oh, and it's a goal! It's 1-1 by Elma Diallo! Whoa! Yeah, what did I tell you? Don't count it out. Don't think that the game is done. Insane. Absolutely insane goal. Erling Haaland looking down. What a goal. What a game. Game is on our hands. What did I tell you? This is exactly how all these games have gone so far in this World Cup. By the way, the hydration break curse did not happen. The hydration break curse did not happen because Ivory Coast was showing pressure before. Insane goal. Beautiful footwork. Drives down the right. Past one. Past two. Sits him down. In the goal. Skating away. That's my boy. That's my boy. I don't have anything orange. Oh, also, I don't know if he was intentional with that finish, but just take a look at the way he does it. That's kind of like that Ozil bounce where he hits it into the ground first and then it bounces. But the way he did that, if he doesn't do that, that doesn't go over the goalkeeper. Beautiful. Beautiful. The Ivorians are going mad. Amad Diallo, maybe he should have started. Maybe he should have started, but he's on. You can see over here on the overlay, subbed on, goal. What's the turnaround time for this goal, by the way? Subbed on in the 60th minute. 15 minutes, not bad. Absolutely not bad. Gosh. If the Ivory Coast knock out Norway and another European team goes out, I'm pretty sure, I'll have to double check, but Norway were the ninth highest, or given the ninth highest odds to win the tournament overall. I think the Netherlands was 8th. I don't know where Germany was. Definitely above 8th. We got a game on our hands. Now Norway has to come out a little bit more. Everything switches. We're back to square one, guys. Brilliant game. Brilliant game. I'm just so happy that all these knockout games have been so much better than the South Africa one. South Africa versus Mexico. That was probably entertaining. Not Mexico, sorry, Canada. Probably entertaining for the Canadians. Oh, Norway are through now. Oscar Bob, blocked. We got a game on our hands. We got a game on our hands, boys. Christian, wow, I agree. Wow, wow, wow. Hot. Guys, we better lock in. We better lock in because this could go for a very long time. If this goes to penalties, I do wonder what's going to happen. I hope we see. I mean, I'm speaking as if this will happen, but I didn't like what I saw in this game against Germany. Like the way that Ivory Coast are on attack right now, but they've just pushed it a little bit wide for Pepe. I didn't like what I saw. Pepe, no, that's not a foul. Get up, that's not a foul. That's not a foul. I didn't like what I saw about the German players refusing to. I'm frozen again. Let's fix that. I didn't like what I saw about the German players refusing to take responsibility. I think what keeps happening is that this camera is overheating because it is very hot, but it is what it is. I want to see players actually take responsibility and try and actually help their team. Messi's idolo, Amad Diallo. Everyone knows. Everyone knows for sure. Let's turn this thing off and back on again. That is not a foul on Nicolas Pepe. Jay Ogayo says, honestly, European football is boring. Too much back pass. Just go forward and take chance. So many breakaway and someone kills momentum with a back pass. I mean, it's not that simple, is it? It's not that simple. It's about spaces. If you're going to go forward and vacate your space, someone else is going to take it. What happens if you go forward and now there's no one left behind? Zane saying don't open any packs. I don't have any packs today, so I can't. Anyway. I can't do it anyway. Hrist saying it should have been a foul because Anton impedes the goalie's space and doesn't interact with the ball whatsoever. Yeah. That's a basketball player, right? I want to say, I forgot what his name is, but yeah, more basketball players in the crowd. Just go forward and then you proceed to lose 5 goals, pretty much. X Desiro says, to answer your question from earlier, GTA Online makes 498 million on average yearly. During COVID, they hit a record high of 744 million taken from the leaks. That's unreal. Genuinely just unreal. Cooper Flagg, that's his name, Mr. Knight. Cooper Flagg, basketball player. And bear in mind that like the new GTA is gonna blow this out of the water. Like every single content creator is gonna be watching it. It's just gonna be insane. It's gonna be absolutely insane. Conan's raced a really, really strong race in this game so far. Oof. We are going into some very deep waters right now. Ahmed talking about Mateus Fernandez to Spurs. Yeah. Yeah, I did see that. 85 million. A lot of dosh. A lot of dosh, a good player, but so much money. So much goddamn money. Tommy Novasetti, consoles going up before GTA 6 release is also convenient. Yeah. I think we're going to go to extra time. I think we're definitely going to go to extra time. That's not if Norway has something to say about it. There's Norway. I don't know if you guys got what I was saying there. It was actually a very funny joke. That German offside too, killer by a foot. Norway, man. Norway. Sorry, I saw a comment earlier on that was basically saying, give it a rest because Germany are out and Netherlands are out too. You're right. You're right. You're right. We should give it a rest. But it does have bearing on the future of the tournament, though, doesn't it? Ooh, good play by Norway. Into the edge of the box. Good sustained pressure. These Ivorians are defending with their lives right now. Good gosh. Dad joke time. You did catch it. Good. Good. Listen, man, I'm all about cheap jokes over here. I'm all about cheap jokes. I take them where I can get them. And I'm not just talking about jokes. Yeah, so Norway on the attack. Oscar Bob looking good. Space open there. Oh, Erling Haaland, that's a goal. It's 2-1. It's 2-1. Norway are up. Oh, as soon as I said that it was going to extra time, Erling Haaland comes through with a, oh God, brilliant. That is going to be really heartbreaking for the Ivorians. Nicolas Pepe. That was so easy. I saw that open up. You see that open up for Oscar Bob to pass that through, and he finds it. He nails it. And Haaland, of course, gets his goal. It's 2-1. 2-1 Norway. They keep panning over to Haaland's dad. Of course they do, but show us Infantino too. Such an easy finish. It looks like he tries to get this under control, actually. Like like the way he goes after it, after touching it. I guess he's maybe just anticipating the rebound, rather. Yeah, he doesn't catch it as cleanly as he wants to. Oh, that's rough. That is rough for Ivory Coast, but incredible for Norway. They've had to put in a real shift today against Ivory Coast, and this matchup as well has been top notch, absolute top notch. Great game by Norway. Pepe is off. That pass was brilliant. That pass was brilliant by Oscar Bob to put him through. Ivory Coast through again, but a bit too far. Hit a bit too far. And Nyland gets on it. Interesting to see how Norway decide to play the rest of this game. It's definitely in their benefit to just play keep ball over here. They only have 3 minutes left. Row. 60 goals in 53 games for Erling Haaland. 50 goals in 53 appearances. What? You guys have just given me two different stats. Is it 60 or 50? Yeah, we're at this point now where as soon as Ivory Coast get the ball, you have to risk either going down 3-1 or equalizing. You got to do it. Great control there. Great retention by Bob. And Erling Haaland goes one-on-one. Well played. Yeah, you got to bide your time now in the corner there. Oh, God. Good finish. Good finish. I've enjoyed this game. I hope you guys have enjoyed the game too. I hope you've enjoyed, hanging out over here, even though my camera's been overheating here and there. But all of this will be fixed. And leave a like, subscribe if you haven't. If you like what you see, you like what's going on over here. Conan, you got to just get players forward now. All you have to do is get players forward. Diallo. Good. Diamande driving down the left. Try not to overtake it, over dribble it. As I say that, Diallo with a not great touch at all gives possession right back. $60? Okay, 60 goals in 53 games. Regulated screams. I'm not sweating. What do you mean? Oh, Haaland in the box, holding up well, turns and shoots. Out for a goal kick. What do you mean sweating, brother? I'm not sweating. I'm not sweating at all. I'm engaged. 7 minutes! 7 minutes of extra time. Well, to be fair, I mean, we've been seeing crazy amounts of added time in these games, haven't we, in this World Cup? We've been seeing, immediately there's 3 minutes added on to the end of every game because of the hydration breaks. What is this pass? Horrible pass that gets passed straight into Erling Haaland and gives possession right back. This is not what Ivory Coast should be doing over here. Kessie, very, very careless. Oof. This is, I believe, what Mr. Ferguson would call squeaky bum time. Ivory Coast again on the ball. Can't find the quality to bring it through. Why get up, Chief? You're not helping anyone. Norway, you got to play keep ball for this. Ivory Coast. Bearing down. Crossed in. Ooh, goalkeeper spills. What an end to the game, boys. And girls. Got to cross it in. No one in the box for Ivory Coast, though. I'd be surprised if it gets to anyone's head, and I think that's a foul. Yep. Crossing over for Diamande, who has to jump over the Norway player. Norway right back, it looks like. Ahmed says, what the hell? Sir Alex Ferguson used to say squeaky bum time. Yeah, basically if you're on the edge of your seat and you're kind of like, if you're winning if you're winning the game, then you're kind of like this and you kind of want to jump up and celebrate. If you're losing the game, you're like, come on, score. And you're just like, moving up and down. Squeaky bum time. Let's update the top scorers. For whatever reason, Erling Haaland has not been updated as a top scorer. Okay, well, That will come eventually. Your Korean Chingu says it's not over till it's over. You're not wrong, my friend. You're not wrong at all. But Norway have the ball right now deep in Ivory Coast territory. Ball gets one back immediately. Great play. Oh man, this is like my favorite. Like watching finishes in games. I'm looking at one Ivory Coast supporter in a sea of red. It's easy to miss him. It's easy to not catch him, but I see that orange shirt over there. Surrounded by the enemy. Why are all these people rowing around me? Oh, some sad Ivory Coast fans in support. That was not a foul. Was that a foul? No. Referee has let the game play. Due with the cross. Norway defends strong. Free kick. Free kick to Ivory Coast in a dangerous area. Sangare and Ødegaard are getting into it. Oscar Bob comes in. Eliwahi comes in. Guys, tensions are rising. Tensions are on the up right now. You got to think this is we're in the 96th minute right now. There might be a bit of time to set up this set piece, so we have to believe that this is probably the final play of the game. Sangare and Ødegaard. I must say, this is not a great spot to get a free kick. I'd say it's a little bit too far out. It's probably a little bit too far out for a direct shot unless you absolutely clatter it. Unless you're doing a free kick technique like the Portuguese did against Uzbekistan. But it looks like Kessie is going to just go for the strike, or it's Diallo, actually. Oh, good shot. Brilliant save by Nyland. Let's take a look at this. That was actually a great strike. His undoing was that it was so dead center. His undoing was that it was just so dead center, so Nyland was in a good starting position. But we have a corner. Horrible corner. Terrible corner by Diallo. He needs to do better there. Here comes the heat. Don't get a silly card. Oh, it's popping off. Nishay says even Brazil was on the brink of elimination yesterday, but they managed to pull it off. Brazil and Portugal could lose if they don't fix their mistakes, solely depending on star players, no doubt. You didn't even add Argentina in that. You forget the 39-year-old has actually just scored 6 goals for them in the 6 of their 8 goals. Ivory Coast launched what is probably a final attack. Do they get a corner? Yes, they do. One final corner. Make it count. It's an in-swinger from Amad Diallo. Quick shout out to Christina Applegate. Yeah, this got to be the final corner. The goalkeeper's up even. Oh. Whatever you do, you have to get it back in the box. Oh, it's time. Norway are through. Norway have defeated the Ivory Coast. What a game. What an absolute game, boys. Oh my God. Erling Haaland with the winning goal. Amad Diallo brought it level. Nusa put Norway in front. That was a fantastic game, guys. That was an absolutely smashing football game. I hope you guys enjoyed that. I thoroughly enjoyed this game. Wow. I don't know about you guys, but I was already invested in the World Cup, but I'm just like, I'm slowly just becoming even more and more engraved in what's going on. So it's going to be Norway against Brazil in the round of 16. Norway against Brazil in the round of 16. I'm ready for this. That's going to be a cracking football match. I think Brazil are going to have a very, very rough time, as will Norway. I'm ready for this. Absolutely ready for this. Later on, we're going to be doing France versus Sweden. I will be live for that one. And you guys join if you want. No stress. But yeah, I'm really enjoying these, and hope you guys are too. I'll see you guys a bit later on, and I'm gonna go get some dinner. Maybe I'll go for a run actually. Anyway, all the best. Thank you so much for joining, guys. Leave a like, share the video, all that good stuff. I will see you later on. France versus Sweden. If it's anything like this game, I'll be happy. All right, all the best. Cheers.